My name is Darian Nave, and I am making this video about my teaching dispositions. The main disposition that I strongly agree with is being able to relate to your students culturally. I think that's important. I actually teach at the same school I attended in the fourth and fifth grade, and I still live in the same community in which I was raised in. So I'm able to relate to my students on many levels. And that plays a big part in the classroom because I can think about story problems in math. I am able to take those and relate them to real life situations that our students will be able to connect with. I am able to take interactive read alouds and make connections about real life as well. And that helps with the engagement of my students. I'm really big on community because my teaching goes beyond the classroom. I am involved in several after-school activities. I am the student council sponsor. I am the math relays coach. And even in the community, I coach a drill and drum squad and a palm squad. I'm also heavily involved in church, in which I used to also teach step to the young children at the church. With me being heavily involved in the community, I think it's important for me to conduct myself as a professional at all times because I always run into students, current students, former students, their families. I run into them at the grocery store. I run into them at the gas station. I run into them at the movies. You know, times that I don't always want to run into them, they're still there. It's like you're living in a fishbowl when you live and work in the same community. But yet I think it's very important to work in the same community that you live in. I believe it is important to know that all students can learn. Sometimes it just takes a lot of patience. And I think about also how, as a professional, as a teacher, you grow through your experience and your reflection. You know, I think about how I might have done a lesson last year, and as I reflect on that lesson, you know, what could I have done better to reach the students or to get them actively engaged? Also thinking about just what I said, patience. I use my personal life for example. Like I said, I coach drill and drum. And my squad that I coach is usually, right now it's like 9 to 17-year-olds. With the 9 to 17-year-olds, I can tell them, you know, one thing, they got it. I could teach them something, they have it. Well, I also have a squad that's 4 to 8-year-olds. I might want to teach them a simple move, and I know that they're probably not going to get it on the first 1, 2, 3 times that I show it to them. So it takes a lot of repetition, and it takes a lot of patience to be able to reach the younger ones. My teaching experience has been pretty much intermediate. I haven't done any work in the primary grades outside of third grade, which is what I teach now. Being a teacher takes a lot of commitment. I mean, we're not just confined into the regular, 9 to 5 days. It takes a lot of commitment to be a teacher. I think about, there's many days that I have to take, things home to grade, or I'm spending some weekends at home writing lesson plans because I want the best for my students. So it definitely takes a lot of commitment being a teacher. That's all I have to share right now. But if you have any questions for me, feel free to email me at dnave3@hotmail.com. That's DNAVE3@hotmail.com. And I have no problem responding to any emails. Thank you.